spring actually made more sense. It kind of encompasses like 2 to 3 months, I feel, for anyone whenever they have spring, so it can be timeless instead of just an April reading. So kind of think of it for like a 2 to 3 month range. And it's going to be blessings. Now, I know that obviously this is going to be in depth. I'm doing it a little more because it's a forecast kind of style. So this pick a card is going to be a little longer than the one after it, which is going to be action that your ancestors want you to take right now. Because I figure if you got some blessings coming in, your ancestors are probably having a hand in that, and they're probably wanting you to do something with it. So, figure that would be good to follow this up. So, I need to pick crystals for you guys. So, let's see the crystal choices. For spring. I know this is going to be funny, but I'm keeping it on its stand. But we're going to have green fluorite. Oh, first let me tell you guys this before I do this. So I'm going to be using the Conscious Spirit Oracle. The Oracle of the Fairies. Like I said, this is very springtime energy. Gonna be using the Muse Tarot. We're gonna be using the Moonlight Oracle. Gonna be seeing what comes out there, because there is a lot of stuff in that deck. Then we're gonna have the Spirit Song Tarot, which is very animal, earthy, very spring colors. And then Secret Garden for some final messages. So, those are the decks that we're gonna be using. And I'm gonna go ahead and start picking these crystals. So first choice is going to be the green fluorite. I will hold it closer without the clam. But let me see what else. We also have, I'm going to do Citrine hanging out under here. He hasn't been out in a bit. And let's see. Getting drawn to some pyrite, so that's going to be number 3. And then we're going to do, oh, didn't mean to make that slip. Then we're going to be doing the Apatite palm for the final choice, not the third. Can't talk. Let me fix my little box. Scoot it. Come on. I guess this was really... Oh! Okay. Well, it wants to sit like that. We're just going to let it sit like that. It's doing its own thing right now. So these are going to be the 4 choices for the piles for the spring blessings forecast. And like I said, this is whenever you're watching, it's a 2 to 3 months time period is how I'm doing this. If you're watching it different time, or if you just want to look forward to something happening in spring wherever you are, because I know we're all in different places and it can be spring at some different time of the year right now. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. The first choice is the green fluorite. Let's see if it wants to nicely focus on some of these. Oh, there is a lot of rainbows in this one. Gosh, I can't with you. I'm glad you're coming to the plate with that. But this is the green fluorite. Just hanging out in its little seashell. And then our second choice is gonna be the citrine. And that is my cat. But this is gonna be the second choice. Trying to see if I can get the rainbows in it, because the rainbows are so pretty. So that's our second choice. And then we have pyrite for our third choice. And it has hematite in it. That's that sparkly black on the back. And then we have this apatite, really deep ocean blue. What is on my hand? Deep ocean blue palm stone. And I'm trying to see if I can get the sparkle to come out in this thing, because it is sparkly. Maybe get it to try to sparkle. Maybe. Probably not. In this, for some reason, I don't know what it is with the ring lights, but they don't like letting things sparkle. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna jump straight into this. So let's do this forecast. Like I said, keep in mind a 2 to 3 month time frame. Or if you just want to use it, I'm literally going to put this back right here because there's really no space for this shell other than where it goes. So we're going to, I think this is also kind of a message for some of you that there is a very specific place for you, and don't try to look for places that don't match what you're being pulled to right now, because you're meant to be in a very specific place. But that was kind of a random thing that kind of came through with that. So for the people that chose green fluorite or group number 1, however you want to look at this, let's start looking at this forecast for these spring blessings. First thing we have is Moon Goddess. This blessing right here, there's quite a few things. Very huge intuition boost. A lot of emotional growth, emotional fulfillment. This is also, if you are manifesting during this time, there's going to be, like, each moon phase is going to be bringing you something. Like, you really have to go with your intuition and what you want to do. Like, I know there's a lot of things that tell you, like, do things on this moon, do things on this moon, and all that. Like, you guys really are tuning into your intuition. So you need to follow what you're pulled to do at different cycles. Like, you have your own phases that you're going through right now. So if it's like a random crescent moon and you're feeling like doing something, like, don't like wait until something. Like, you guys know when this is happening for you. Every phase of the moon's on here. She has a scepter with all the phases of the moon. Like, this is being completely in balance with your energy. Some of you are really stepping into some really pretty energy. So let's see, since you guys are already coming out the gate with that, Like I said, keep in mind the time frame. If you're not feeling it right this second, like this is something you're growing into, like a phase. Hi, bae. How are you doing? These two actually flipped out together. So we have both throat chakra and reach for your dreams. Now, this being said here, with like these like flipping over together, some of these blessings coming up for some of you, what's happening is you're really going after what you want. This is what I mean by manifesting when you feel like it. Like, there is definitely this intuitive pull for you to go after what you want. But this is you being authentic about it and not backing down. More than likely, if you're starting a project right now or you've been working on something, you're going to start slowly becoming more vocal and start taking more pride in what you're doing instead of feeling like you're not worthy of it or like you're not as good as others. This is actually going to start changing. You're going to start shedding that skin that's keeping you held down into these old beliefs. And it's really going to help you start moving forward. For some of you, this is going to be a spark of some big creativity for you guys. Especially those of you that do things with communication, have platforms, or want to start platforms. This is also music, singing. It could also be writing beautiful things that pull people in. This is a lot of creation energy. You could paint things. Like, this is both the hands and the throat that are being pulled together in this picture. And both of her hands are reaching like the star card in tarot over here. Like, there's definite wish fulfillment happening. So let's see. This is for the green fluorite sphere. I'm going to put these up here. These are the other choices. We have citrine, pyrite, and blue apatite in those colors. So I'm just going to kind of scoot these over here so you guys can see them in case you're still having trouble making a decision right now. And I'll scoot this guy back because you guys are just being rowdy. You guys have some rowdy energy dumping my stuff over. But you guys have I mean, if it's not noticeable in the cards I've already pulled, your guides are very heavy around you right now. Being pulled to nature. If you're seeing butterflies, that is literally them being around you. If you're really being pulled towards possibly being near water or wanting to explore something, possibly like an old hobby that you gave up, this is also confirmation that yes, that's a very good decision for you. But yeah, so there's some more random stuff. This pile, you guys have random energy. It's like you have bursts of it, and I think that's why you guys have trouble. That's why this is teaching you your flow, basically. Like, that there's ebbs and flows to your creativity, to your intuition, like your burst energies. You get a lot, then you have a rest period. And that's so you can recharge your batteries, recharge your body. Because this takes a lot out of you. Because you guys go into creation mode, and then it's like you need a break. You guys don't have a steady flow of energy. But it could be this is showing you different things you can use as confirmation, as well as how to calm yourselves. Then we literally have meditation. And this is saying meditate daily. Like I said, you guys definitely have crazy bursts of energy, and you're trying to be shown that it is possible, like, in the moments of calm. Some of you don't, like, you might feel like you're failing when you have moments of calm, but really what's happening is you're being given a break. So This is learning to feel your body, pretty much. It's probably why each of these things are kind of coming out like they are. It's like this literally the very beginning message is like there's a place that you need to be and you just need to be comfortable there. Like you're not supposed to be going somewhere else. So wherever you are and whatever you're being pulled at, that's where you're supposed to be. Like you're supposed to just go with your intuition with this, no matter what other people are saying. If you're not sure, go to a calm place. If you're being called to the beach or to sit like a butterfly garden, that's definitely something that could be something that's really healing for you guys. But there's just a lot of creative energy coming out here. But you have to give yourself rest and not feel like you're like failing because you're not using all your time to do this. And then we have sacral. You guys have these things going on. Like I said, this is saying I feel comfortable in my own body. Like they are really reiterating this energy right here. Being at home where you are, like within yourself, being comfortable. But it's also like you guys are definitely empaths. That could be one of the things that's coming through stronger with this intuition, like different abilities and stuff. You could be becoming more empathic and able to feel others' emotions. This is why you guys need time to clear your energies if you're new to this. You need time to recharge, be away from it, especially if you're starting to do something that's mentoring, like that's one of the things you're doing, no matter what realm it's in. There's a big need because you feel other people to have time for yourself and cleanse it. Because even this right here, it looks like there's a waterfall coming from her. So it's almost like cleansing that energy out. There's like a cleansing water energy with the moon. There's rivers and waterfalls coming out over here. There's just a lot of energy of cleansing yourselves. And the bottom of the deck, you guys have the healer. So definitely for those of you that are opening up to this stuff, you need to have your time. Like if you're being given that downtime, it means this is a time to kind of like clear everything away and just get back into being comfortable in your own energy. And you got to learn what that feels like. You got to go with the ebb and flow of what your energy feels like instead of running off of others. So let's get a little deeper here. And like I said, give yourself a time span here, 2 to 3 months. Because this is spring blessings, but that's what I'm having in mind while I'm doing this. So this might go quicker, this might go slower. It depends on where you are right now. And then, well, maybe there is a message for you guys in the citrine pile, which is the 4th pile, because you guys literally got citrine. And you got the full moon with moon goddess. Yeah, you guys are definitely coming into some intuitive energy. And she's sitting here meditating. Citrine abundance, goal setting with this throat chakra. Like I said, you guys are going to start speaking, if you haven't already, speaking your stuff into existence. But this is also being confident and going for it. Instead of just, you know, thinking about it, like you guys are going to start doing it. You're going to start creating it. The full moon for you guys is pretty much going to start your blossoming period, no matter when you're watching this. I know there's one coming up this Saturday specifically, right at this time. But wherever phase you're at, if you're watching this on a full moon, this could be a direct thing. But like literal full moon energy is going to be really good for you guys, whether that's resting or creating. You have universal love here with this choose love energy. This really speaks to you being honest with yourself and really going after what you love, not just pacifying yourself. when you're in this space and you're creating and really loving the energy you're sitting in, that's when you get that very comfortable balance. It's when you're pushing yourself and trying to create something. Like if you guys are having a flow of ideas, seriously, like write your stuff down, and then when you're feeling kind of like drained and like you can't really, how can I put this, it's like you're having the blockages, you can go back to those things and just kind of have like a slower work with it, so it's like you're resting but you're still feeling productive if it's how you need to work through it. You have experience, this full-on lotus energy here. Let yourself grow, embrace your knowledge, apply it, and improve it. Yeah, you guys are being told to hone these things. Like if there's certain stuff you've been putting on the back burner because you didn't feel like you could do it, you're getting all this blossoming energy pretty much. Very spring-like energy. It's like renewed spring, like blossoming energy. This is really telling you to embrace yourself. Like, you guys know what you're capable of, but you're being way too humble. But at the same time, what'll help you feel better is if you get more confident and you just do it over and over. It'll, like, help you improve it and really hone it. And then you have last quarter moon with release. So you guys have this energy of blossoming and releasing. Like I said, you guys go through this abundance of energy and then it's like it's released. And this is so you can rest. Because if you look here with this blossom energy, it's like a flow of energy. And then with release, there's like a swirl of like air brushing in and kind of helping take it out. It's like you guys go full intuitive mode and then you turn more into logic. And that's why you start doubting yourselves, is during the logic phase, it's supposed to be you resting. And that's why your mind gets very overactive. And then you have the literal goddess of the sea here. Mother of all. You guys definitely, you guys are getting a lot of new connection energy. Very nurturing, mother-like. There might be new guides you're connecting to that have that energy. And you also have Spider Woman on the bottom. She who creates from a sensual source. Which, that is like soul creation, literally. Which you guys seem to be having these crazy bursts of. And you guys, I told you, you might need to recharge with water, with the ocean, with taking a nice bath or something. Like, you guys keep getting water throughout this thing. And plus my little mermaid tail jumped out, and it's Larimar. That might be something you guys want to look into, is that stone. But there's definitely this energy here of you guys needing time to recharge, because your batteries, like, you might not be able to sleep when all of this energy is coming through you, and then you need time to sleep once it's like flowed through completely. So we have, like I was saying, we have Queen of Inspiration coming out with all this citrine and blossom energy. Like, this is just, like it says, Queen of Inspiration, Queen of Wands, confidence, creation. This is also entrepreneur energy. This could be that if some of you are starting a creative endeavor or a project or a business, just something, whatever it is. Like I said, this reach for your dreams thing, you're trying to start something you love. It's going to start blossoming within these next 2 to 3 months. It might blossom earlier and you're honing it throughout the 2 to 3 months, or you might be like working at it, but then it like comes full bloom towards the end. But there's definitely this, oh, okay, you guys wanted to jump out. We have the Page of Inspiration, but this one is reversed. Now, this is what I was telling you guys, this learn to love what you're doing or do what you love. Your inspiration starts just, how else can I put this? Your inspiration starts to just dwindle away and disappear whenever you kind of start doing something that bores you or is humdrum. It's like you just have no energy when you're doing that stuff, and this is bothering me. But you guys have like no energy when you're having to do those things. Some things are necessary. You have to do them. This is just something you're going to have to learn to work through. Like I said, when you're feeling this energy, it's better for you to rest, to recharge your batteries. Then you have the Three of Voices, which is Three of Swords energy. Some of you, like I was saying, really start getting into your head. When you're in that period where the creativity isn't coming through. And it causes you a lot of pain. Like, there's definitely something residual that you guys go back to. And I feel with all this cleansing energy here, it's especially, this is coming out with embrace yourself as well, like life experience. Like, you guys have been through certain things that really colored how you look at how you create. And anytime you feel blocked, it's not because you've lost your ability or anything like that. You're like moon phases. You go through each of these things. So learn how they connect to you. Like, pay attention to how you feel during all of them. Not just full moon and new moon. Like, maybe get a little moon journal or something. But you guys are definitely being pulled to do certain things, and then you go in cycles and go back to this. And then we have the Chariot. Yeah, you guys definitely shut down your energy when this comes up. Stop it. And you guys get stubborn. But these next couple months, you're really trying to learn to work through this, because this is like being very stuck, and this is coming out with this meditation and this need for release. Really relying on what you know instead of what could happen, like going back to the pain. It's like embracing what you know now instead of getting stuck there. And then you guys have the Four of Inspiration reversed. You guys, this could have been a family issue, and it's really deep rooted, and you guys are just, this is like a lot of healing. Like I said, you guys have a lot of cleanse. You even had the healer on the bottom of the first energy. Like, you guys are really going to be working through some blockages here. But it's as you're learning your phases. Once you're aware of this energy, you're going to be able to let go of it. Like, you have the six of cups reversed. You're going to be able to realize that, especially since this is wands and cups, is very creative and being like an inspired creativity. And you realizing that some of these things from your past, especially dealing with family or things you came from, if you break traditions by doing what you're doing, is realizing, like, by looking back, that that's not who you are. Like, there's this honesty and confidence trying to come out over here. So you guys are really working at this. 'Cause, yeah, you guys have the Eight of Voices on the bottom of the deck. So this is you guys really working on what's chained you down, like made you feel like you're worthless. Like, it's like when you get those blocks and not understanding why, it's because you're going through that phase where you can do some healing instead of beating yourself up and like feeling like extremely vulnerable and sad and heartbroken, like because you go into that energy and start beating yourself up. This is supposed to be the time where you're actually doing healing, and they're trying to show you like you'll be able to do it. If you felt like you couldn't before, There is pretty much a change coming in that direction. It's going to make it easier for you to actually make progress. I was looking for the word. And you guys get hope. It's pretty much like don't lose faith when things get hard. I mean, there's even like this beautiful rainbow here and this dove. Like, you guys, this inspiration, this hope, like, your intuition doesn't lead you wrong with things. If there's certain relationships that you keep getting these feelings about, like, start to trust them. You might not even realize subconsciously the effect they're having on you. Moon energy. Okay, I don't know how much moon energy, like a literal card with moon energy, but I don't know how much moon energy this group needs to get. Are you guys like a bunch of like Cancer placements, or you guys are just really feeling these next 3 months, like literally feeling it? Like I mean, there was emotions everywhere over here. You have light, and it's reversed right here on this Three of Swords energy. You guys definitely go to very dark places when this comes up. It's very hard for you to find your way out because it's so painful. You guys are really being given the thing that this is going to be cleared. This is going to be healed. And healing's a huge blessing because that just opens up so many doors. For some of you, this healing is going to be a lot more rapid than others. It depends on where you are. Some of you might already be working on these things when it comes to family. And this is just showing that there's going to be resolution within this time period. And you're going to be able to move into this new energy, if not earlier on, at least like later on within the 2 to 3 months. Like I said, this is a forecast. We have life energy. Like, you guys really get completely drained by having to deal with this. And I think that's why you guys get so upset and so heartbroken, because it's like you are pretty much feeding everything you would give to yourself into this. Whatever this situation, person, whatever it is, you guys feed everything to it. And if you were to take that back, like this golden energy, that is creative energy. Like, this is your dreams and creating your dreams here. This is creating from your heart, which is what you guys are really being called to do here. Instead of ignoring this journey reversed over here. And this goes back to what I was saying with the fluorite. You guys are where you're supposed to be. Like, this feeling of like there is a place for you and you're where you're supposed to be. Don't let people make you feel like you're on the wrong thing because you're going after what you love. Like, if you're happy when you're doing this thing, it is like saying be open about it. Don't hide it. When you have these bouts of inspiration, do something with it. Don't deny yourself your experience, because you guys literally have this experience card with embracing everything you know and learning and honing what you have. So you guys definitely, there isn't another place you need to search other than yourself. Like, this is really calling to, like I said, this message started with this pile, like how it only has its place. And that place is you being comfortable in your own body, no matter where you are. So you make the decision on what you want to take on. And healing. Okay, how many times are we going to get healing for you guys? Like, I know healing is a beautiful blessing, but like there is so much cleansing energy happening here. And when stuff is cleansed away and we're rejuvenated, which is, like I said, very spring energy, when this is happening, other channels open that have been blocked off to us. So you guys are getting this huge blessing of finally whatever has been stuck to you, even if it's been years, you're finally getting that release from it. And it's opening avenues that are different for all of you. There's been certain things that have definitely been blocked, depending on where that falls for you. But being able to literally clear this out, like this is a full clear too. It's like it's like washing it completely out to where you're comfortable with it not being there. You're actually happy with it not being there. And you're going to come to see life completely differently. You're going to come to loving life again. And you're going to love your cycles because you're going to realize just how much they make you unique, but also connected at the same time. And you get the Seven of Feathers, which is... they have their own little words on here. So we have preparation and resourcefulness. And that's, I mean, having preparation. I swear, you guys. Having preparation over here with this moon energy and blossoming, hope, like the Queen of Wands, this Queen of Inspiration energy. You guys, like I said, there is all this honing energy. Like, you being resourceful. You being able to use what you know, what you love doing, and actually preparing for how this is going to take off. Because once this healing energy like comes through and washes things, it's going to pick up very rapidly. There's going to be an influx. And got the Two of Feathers, so we have decisions and direction. You guys, once again, we're having you guys making some decisions over here. This is all that citrine energy. And if you guys were pulled to the citrine too, which is going to be our next pile, then there's a message there for you. Five of Acorns, challenge and growth. Like I said, this is like major growth, and this fell out with it. We have the Knight of Crystals, endurance and determination. So challenge and growth along with endurance and determination. So it's like, you guys know you can do this. It's going to be hard, but you know you can do it. And you know when you come out on the other side, it's going to be like magic, pretty much. Like however you feel about magic. But it's going to be like... you know, like wish fulfillment. I mean, like I said, this feels like star energy over here with this reach for your dreams. And we have the Seven of Crystals. We have options and results. So this isn't just like having all these different things you can do. Like there's actually results happening here. Like you're getting what you're putting out. And that's why when you feel completely alive in this energy and you're letting go of these other things that have just been creeping up on you. I mean, this guy's a little anteater. He's not over here trying to take down something huge. Like, this is small details you guys are pretty much hammering out, and then it's going to open up a whole lot of stuff here. Then we have Three of Crystals with collaboration and productivity. Like I said, results, productivity. You guys, if you haven't been feeling like you're productive lately, you are definitely going to be feeling it coming into this energy. And then we have Three of Acorns with foresight and exploration. Okay, I already said intuition for this group, and having a card that says foresight. Like you... you guys, but this is also coming out with this journey card. Like I said, you guys are where you're supposed to be, but exploration is what's going to help you guys become comfortable, because this is exploring, like I said, what makes you happy, doing things that make you want to create, really being resourceful with what you know and using your knowledge. And then we have the King of Feathers on the bottom with logic and justice. Like I said, you guys go into a mental space when you're not in a creative, like, zone for this group. when you're in that mental space, instead of looking at things like, you know, I've been wronged and like you're like going back on these things, this is more trying to tell you like to take a step back and realize that justice will be served. This is a group that you don't have to go out of your way to do anything. This is more like you just need to be in your own flow of energy and stuff gets taken care of for you. If you try to interject yourself into anything, it makes the process slower. You guys are more like if you heal things, things speed up, you drop energy, and people don't like it, so they're going to try to do stuff because sometimes dropping energy is literally dropping the people, and people that are very ego driven will get pissy about that. But that's just showing you true colors, so you're not being deceived by anything. You're not letting anybody in that's just going to take away from you. Like, you're getting very receptive and giving energy is what you're drawing to you. There could also be potential for either a romantic relationship for some of you or just like a very deep friendship coming in here. Especially if you guys have been feeling like something's about to shift in that department for you, or if that's something you've been trying to manifest, that's coming into like a good friendship or a good group of friends. Okay, so these wanted to come out for you guys. So we have transform, rise above any situation and become the very best version of you. Once again, this is version of you. This is not version of things written on the internet or version of whatever like wound that happened that really made you close off things has to say, or the situation, people, whatever this is that you're being given all this healing energy for. This is like you sticking to your energy, like sticking to your guns, this endurance and determination here. You working through your darkness and embracing it and then bringing it out and literally transforming it. Like, this is like you being like magician energy and being able to transmute it into something that you're sharing. You're sharing your voice and experiences. I mean, you guys got the card share. Okay. The busy bee should still make time for each flower. And this 3 of crystals over here has the bee on there. It has the honey bee. You guys, for some of you, you're going through all these challenges and everything, but at the same time, if you're starting to meet these people and they're really there for you, this is pretty much showing you like this is your time to learn how to be open to new energy that wants to be there to help you. That there's more options for you. There's different things that you can do instead of being stuck in the energy of like, I have to constantly be doing something. This is very receptive energy. This isn't just you giving. This is you finding people that give back as well, which is why this share energy is here. You guys also have wallflower. Look for the crack in the concrete to find your way out. This is going all with that healing energy, by the way. There's something here, like I said, and this, like I said, the anteater really spoke to me about the details thing, and this once again is talking about details. There's something with you guys, and whatever this situation is, there's something you're missing, which is why this keeps repeating for you guys. Some of you just need to allow yourselves to actually look instead of turning away from it, and that's what's blocking this. But it's also taking your time doing it. Having meditation is like having sacred space for yourself. This is also, some of you, this blessing energy is you literally getting an out for like a situation that you've been stuck in. Like, this is you finally getting that opportunity or what you need in order to get out of a certain situation if it's really not healthy and you've been stuck in that kind of environment. This is you being able to actually find a place where you can feel safe and at home. Like your place. Like I said, there's a place for you guys. And if you're feeling like where you are right now is not your place, you're going to be given that opportunity within the next couple months to literally be in a different environment where you finally feel it is your place. Because you guys are meant to be in your place right now. No one's going to be forcing you to journey. This is going to be a choice for yourself. Whether it is knowing that where you're planted is where you're supposed to be right now, or it's literally that you are not supposed to be where you are and you're exploring options and you finally get that opportunity and you can just get out and start on what you want to do instead of being stuck where you're not able to do anything. And then you guys get joy for your very last thing here, for your blessings, which obviously joy comes from getting these things, from either healing the stuff or finding a place you can heal. This helps you be more present. And when you're making for time, like this is time for yourself. If you're looking at the little things, this is the stuff that brings you joy. Not you doing stuff for other people that brings them joy, because this is really about finding yourself in this energy and healing what's been keeping you from that. So I'm going to talk to you guys about green fluorite, because that is the crystal you picked. It is, for one, it is green, so we're just going to go start with that. This green connects directly to the heart chakra, and you guys have throat and sacral here, and you're also drawn to this heart. What connects all of the alignment is the heart, so this would be the center of you connecting. You guys also got a lot of love energy on here, where there was like the unconditional love, do what you love, like all these different kind of messages with love. So if you're feeling very blocked, there's, like I said, a lot of times when there's pain like this, it is your heart being blocked off because you're scared. And this doesn't mean that, like, it's because of, like, it could be for some of you, it's because you had past relationships that were romantic, that really broke you, that make you not want to put yourself out there again, for those of you where that love resonated. But this is also you having enough love and respect for yourself. This is also, since it's fluorite, it's actual connection energy. So you aligning to doing what you love and then connecting like higher with your alignment. Because once your heart's in alignment, like these want to follow, because this is going upwards and this is going downwards. So you guys definitely have the energy where you're aligning and you're coming into your own energy. You have to be protective of your heart, but still allow yourselves to be vulnerable. Because if you're too shut off, then that's gonna block this for you. Or it could be like you're gonna learn that that's what's been blocking you. And sorry, I kind of dinked the camera a little bit. But that is what came through for my green fluorites. So I'm going to move now to the citrine group, our second group. If you picked number 2, you're drawn to number 2, or, you know, all that goodness. We're going to get started on our citrines, the spring blessings, what to expect within the next 2 to 3 months, however you want to look at this time period here. So let's see. Blessings. Well, we got Forest Frolic. This is maiden energy. This is getting back to your source of that inner child creativity and inspiration. This is also having fun. This is making me have that kind of fun in the sun vibes. This is also energy where you're more playful and having more of a good time. So for some of you, that blessing is going to be maybe some stress is finally lifted and you're feeling like more alive than you felt in a while. You guys you guys have throat chakra as well. So I guess if certain things did speak to you in pile 1, then definitely this part's going to keep talking to you. This throat chakra energy coming out with this is talking about happier things. This is like what you are thinking, what you're talking about. This is being in just a better mindset and creating from this place. It's also very soothing. This is listening to music that will help you either like really upbeat that makes you really happy and playful, or it could be music that just helps you have that peace. Or it could be literally listening to like nature sounds outside, like sitting outside and like hearing nature and different things, and it just brings you this peace and like a smile to your face while you're doing it. This could also be proud of accomplishments. So that could be something that happens. You actually accomplish a goal you've been really wanting to, and it's something you've wanted to do since you were young, like within the next couple months as well. Then we have an archangel coming through. We have Archangel Raphael, that he's bringing some knowledge and healing too. He's pretty much asking you right now to invite him in. This could be him coming in because, you know, you doing these things obviously is very healing, but this is like a blessing of protection as well. This is also knowing your worth. There's a lot changing in this energy. This is also showing this like forward energy, like the way he is looking, like this is like a forward path. Like you're over here like dancing in the sun, looking up at the sky, and he's over here we're going straight ahead. Like this isn't all. It's pretty much what he's like coming in here and doing. So it'd be kind of funny if like kind of in the middle of this, not like really at the beginning, but towards the middle, that all of a sudden there's like this crazy burst of energy for you guys, or just something that really lights you guys up and you have a lot of fun with. Okay, so you guys are definitely going to be getting some wisdom. You're going to be feeling all this happy maiden energy, but then you're going to get flames of wisdom with crone energy. You guys are definitely going through a transition and a half these upcoming months. Spring into action is like an understatement for this group. You guys definitely are taking like the bull by the horns. You could have some Taurus energy. You're just really taking it head on, and I think that's why this pointing energy is here, is like we're not stopping at just this fun energy over here. There's also like a lot coming through for you guys that's going to bring you so much wisdom and clarity. Especially when it comes to your gifts over here. It could be that some of you are like stepping into some healing gifts, or you're actually getting into things like working with the hands here, because there's a lot of hand energy that I'm seeing here. It could be like you're getting into more things like massage therapy or Reiki, however spiritual you feel on the spectrum, but it's like helping with the hands. It could be literal like on the body with the hands kind of thing. I don't know why that's coming through for some of you. Maybe that's a thing. You've been going to school and you finally have your certification and you're going to start within the upcoming months. There's definitely something here. You guys just got archangels coming out the yin yang. You got Archangel Michael over here with some strength and courage too. So you guys are having some major changes. There's definitely a lot being brought in. And whatever you guys have gone through and this wisdom you've gained, like, you're open to sharing it too. Like, you're open to helping people with it. Like, some of you might have gone into a field where you're wanting to help people. It could be counseling with this speaking energy and like healing people and helping them gain their confidence back. But you guys definitely have this thing where you're completing something and it's starting this like very this energy where it's starting something new and you're moving forward, but you're moving forward with wisdom of what you worked towards here. And your bottom of the deck is sacred space. So this is you just being completely happy. This is like Nine of Cups energy, very content and feeling very secure. And like I said, some of you, it's literally like you need to go outside and just kind of sit in some nature because there's literally like being surrounded by nature's beauty. If some of you are getting into gardening or possibly, it could be like vlogging where you want to do something with plants or things like that. Or just kind of show collections and things like that. That could be something too where you're just wanting to talk about the stuff that really makes you happy, and what makes you happy is plants. So it's like starting something like that. It's very rewarding for you, and while you're doing it you keep learning more and more, so, and you get more confident as you do it. So that there's a lot of random career stuff coming out for this pile. This could just be like a group that is like, hey, I have been working hard at getting this thing going, and there's like this surge of like things start just coming together. Or either finally you're getting it picked up where you can, like, if something got dropped and you had to stop it, it's like getting picked up again. You've grown a lot in between the time that it got dropped and you're picking it up, so you're going at it with a new sense of confidence, instead of feeling like, you know, at the beginning of everything. And it's like you're a lot older, not just in age, but like in your understanding now. You guys getting the goddess of the sea as well, and this mothering energy. Like I said, some of you are really stepping into some intuition and some healing energy. Very nurturing vibes here. Some of you, what you're undertaking could quite possibly be pregnancy and having a child, because having these archangels coming out could just be like a symbol of protection, and having motherly protection would definitely go into this kind of energy. That's just you guys are just getting the gambit over here. This right here, this is space. Hold space for your different emotions. You guys need to be honoring yourselves through the process, but I feel like this group, I knew I was pregnant. Oh my god, Owen. But this is you guys really, since this is coming out with the throat chakra, this is you guys speaking up. Instead of feeling this like, I wish I would say something, this is you guys literally saying what you need to and putting up the boundaries. And it's bringing in that healing, but it's bringing in confidence too, because you're realizing you do have the power to tell people to fuck off. Like, to put it like plain and simple. Like, you probably before might have felt, you know, a little insecure and like, you know, I can't really say what's on my mind. I'm afraid of what will happen if they leave. And you're starting to move into a space where what you hold, like your peace of mind, is becoming more important. And you're realizing there are people that respect that, and then there's people that you're like, you know, they can straight up just get up and leave. Like, you want to have space, especially if you're having difficult emotions that you're trying to express, and they're really doing a good number at either pissing you off or hurting your feelings. You're just going to be like straight up with how you feel about it. It's going to be like, no, I'm done. Inner warrior. No, I'm done. And then you guys get the inner warrior here. Trust that you have power. Quite literally, I think that's very straightforward. Trust that you have power in you. I think I said that already. They just want to reiterate it, that you guys definitely have this energy in you. And this, even though this is the moon phases, it's making me think of a paint palette and just using the different colors to create what you want. It's like you learning. And this also is fun. Like some of you just might want to paint for the hell of it instead of trying to be hard on yourself about things you're creating. Just have some fun, like doing some messy stuff. That's just a very random thing for... I don't know why you guys have so many random things here. It's like there's so much like career different... It's like these different avenues for you guys. I feel like there's so much open energy for you guys, and you're finally realizing it with this wisdom, that you're getting more confidence instead of feeling so stuck, which... Hey, that's a freaking blessing right there. It's better to have fun instead of feeling like you got to deal with shitty people. You guys got Celestite, which is calm, inspiration, serendipity, which serendipity is like, yeah, this shit, it was supposed to happen. Where is my Celestite so I can show you guys? Where did I put it? I don't even know where did I put the thing? I know it's around here somewhere. Well, I can't find it. And that's probably why you guys need this. Is because you're having trouble finding this a little bit here. For those of you just need some calm. And Celestite is a blue crystal, goes back to the throat chakra and being able to speak, but it's also connected to angels. It's connected to the celestial realm, and you guys just have angels everywhere, and you guys get one of the angel crystals. So, I mean, there you go. Serendipity is literally like your guides coming in and like pulling you along. Like, let's go, let's keep going. Well, you got one person pointing you forward and another one looking at you like, you coming? Like, we know you learned. And then you guys have Ishtar, goddess of love, passion, war, and justice. So you guys definitely are feeling in some power. And your full bloom, blossom. You're blossoming. This is why you need your space. You're blooming over here. You're going from this progression of gaining all this wisdom and being surrounded by all this protection over here, and things just falling into place. It's like you want to hold space for yourself because you're in the middle of a blossom. You're like the butterfly that was in the cocoon thing. It's like you're coming out and going wee, like kind of thing over the next couple months. So you guys definitely want to hold some space for yourselves here. Because if you got other people taking it up, you're not gonna have all your blossoming fun. Who wants a bunch of negative Nancys around anyways while you're having fun? Especially if they put you down for having fun. Like, that shit needs to go. Yeah, some of you guys are seriously dropping some people. It could even be dropping family. You guys, especially if they put down a lot of stuff you wanted to do as a child. For some of you, this could be a rocky relationship with your mom. Like, quite literally here. And you having to work either through it and put boundaries up for the relationship. Or it's literally you cutting out the energy because you're realizing how stifling it is. For others, this is feminine figures that you may see as a maternal energy, and you realizing that you can kind of step out away from that now and have your own identity instead of feeling like the child in the situation. Because if it's a work situation and you feel like you're under someone else, like they're always being like a mom to you or something and telling you what to do and nagging you, not like the kind of mom that's like nurturing. This is more of like a naggy, critical mom kind of energy. So you holding space for yourself is pretty much like, you know, quit treating me like a freaking child. That's a big voice step up kind of energy also. Queen of inspiration. Speak your damn mind. Like, You are definitely, for some of you with these relationships, you're really speaking your mind. You aren't holding back with this. And it's because you're keeping space for respecting yourself. There's a lot of respect for self coming out here. The inner warrior coming out here. And we got Ace of Emotions. You guys being very forthright with your emotions, being very honest. Once again, being very tuned in. This is like gifts coming, whether these are creative or intuitive. There are just gifts being dumped on you. Like I said, some of you, this creative energy coming out with the painting. Some of you just need to have fun painting, even if you've never painted before. I don't know why that's coming through so much. But you guys are definitely going through this new energy coming in, and it's really nice. Like, you're being pointed to keep going forward. Like, don't get, held back by this energy. It's more like drop the old and just bring in this rush of new energy for you guys. Really stepping forward by speaking your mind. And you get the Muse of Materials. This is some great abundance energy. This is more abundant than the Ace, the Kings and Queens. This is this deck's like freaking... I don't know how else to put it. It's like the holy grail of this, the pinnacle energy. It's like being, like I said, some of you guys really had some childhood dreams or things you've been working on for a while, and it's finally coming to fruition within these next couple months. And you're going to be seeing some good abundance coming in for you because you gained a lot of wisdom from it. You could be promoting yourself. You could have learned things that you need to, took classes that helped you learn how to manage a business, because this is entrepreneur energy. You guys definitely are doing something that's very emotionally fulfilling and makes you guys happy. And it's going to be very abundant for you guys. It's very guided by this angel energy too. I feel like you guys are very much surrounded by some guided energy right now. And you're just on this path of like following what you love and what you're passionate about, like ready to go to full out war for it. And you're getting what you deserve. Like, you guys are finally like reaching that. And you're dropping the bullshit. You guys are really in this energy. Having this Nine of Voices reversed over here, like I said, you guys are gaining confidence. You're ready to go to war for what you want instead of feeling all this anxiety, feeling depressed because you're not understood by whatever this is. This is you realizing, like, I'm tired of losing sleep over this. I am just done wasting all of my energy trying to appease whatever situation this is. Like I said, there's feminine energy. It could be like literally connected to family energy, or it could be like coworkers. Whatever this is, it's like you're learning how to put up your boundaries and have a new sense of self and just be comfortable. And that brings you a lot more than material abundance. This brings you this big self-assurance, this confidence to just drop all of the bullshit you used to deal with. It's like being completely done with the situation and feeling really good for making the decision. And then you guys have the Four of Swords on the bottom reversed. Instead of needing rest, you guys are in this energy where it's like, hey, let's go. Like we're ready. You guys are really in this energy of just ready to like go and leave something, especially when it comes to this mental draining shit and like wanting space for yourself. You're ready to put your foot down and have your space for yourself. These next couple months are you guys just walking into some really good energy and really feeling yourselves and being more confident in that what you know, like you know for a reason, and you're not going to be getting shoved around and pushed around anymore. You guys got temptation over here, so definitely this energy tries you a lot. They definitely do different things. They could either tempt you to arise anger out of you to get some kind of emotional response. They could also be someone that is... This is someone that really triggers stuff with you. And this is this someone situation, whatever it is very triggering for you. It brings you back to old habits. It could bring up anger issues you have that you've worked very hard on. It could bring up insecurities. There's just something with this where it tempts you back into old energy, and you're being shown this like bright as day. Like, there's no way you can ignore that this is how this person is, and that they just outright do this, and it's complete disrespect for your person, because they're seeing you as being dumb and gullible, and that they can just kind of push you around and get what they want. And it's like, you going into this energy, it's going to make them even more hyper aware that you don't give a shit. It's going to make them very hyper aware of it, and they're going to be trying their damnedest to make you fall back on your ass. So definitely, this is some nasty energy. You guys need to watch out for it. It's no wonder you guys are done. Like, if you're feeling the least bit guilty about being done with this, I would just say, like, you guys, this is so much better once you walk away from this thing. And you guys have more than enough strength and guides, and it. You got everything over here. Like, hey, let's walk. Let's leave that shit celebration. Let's leave that shit and celebrate. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's just funny. Let's leave the shit and celebrate it. It almost makes me want to cry. It's like, you guys are gonna be so fucking happy that you're done with this. You might actually cry about it. It's gonna be such a huge release to finally be able to feel confident enough to hold space for yourself. And it's gonna be so liberating that you guys might actually cry about it. Like, it might be a little painful, but I feel for you guys, it's gonna be more of you crying because you realize that you gave so much of your power away, and it feels so weird to have it back. It's gonna be like you reuniting with something that you didn't realize you lost in the first place. It's gonna be very beautiful. You guys have moon energy. This intuition wanting to come out over and over and over again for you guys. You guys are moving. Like, you're completely just like, this like, bye bitch is pretty much what this energy is. It's like being so done. And just being like, I am in my complete receptive energy. I mean, look at her. I want to show you this. She is completely in this receptive energy, like, just pour all the abundance on me. I am ready for it. Let's do this. Like, and this is with this angel crystal over here, this celestite, having this calm inspiration, all this blue energy. And then having this muse of materials over here that's just like this great deal of abundance. And you're just like, I'm ready for it to rain on me. This feels great. It's like, you are not going to regret this at all. If anything, it's going to lift something huge for you guys. And it's going to feel so good. And then precious. My time is precious. And I don't appreciate you guys taking it up with this bullshit. Like, literally, you guys are, like, in this energy. Like, this right here, there's so much confidence oozing through this. Like, you guys really finding your place and just being at home and knowing that you're ready to receive. You're ready to get what's yours. You're creating. You've been doing this for a while. Anyone that doubted you, if they're trying to come back and pull you back, even though they treated you like shit, this is you, like, nope. This is like Queen of Swords energy. You're just sitting here like, it's like you got Queen of Wands and Queen of Swords energy. Just coming through and ready to be like, nope, don't even try to attach to me again. You guys weren't here when I was going through my stuff, or you were putting me down while I was going through my stuff, and I don't want you celebrating with me. Because my time is valuable, and I'm valuable, so you guys can just, like, fuck right off. This is pretty much what this is doing right here. And then, like, literally, like I was saying, your time and energy is important. You guys literally get life energy. You guys are doing something else over here. You're completely done. You're over it. You're releasing it. You're just full on, like, bye. There's, like, if this pile could get, like, a word to sum it up, it's bye. It's just, Like the whole leaving energy, and you're not even getting tempted anymore. It's like if they come in doing that, you're gonna actually have some words to say about it. Like you are not gonna be happy about that trying to come in and do that. And you guys get the 5 of feathers, so there's strategy and resilience. Yeah, there's definitely since there's this strategy energy coming out with this is preemptive. Like this person or whatever the heck this rude energy is over here, this energy is planning to do these things. It's not like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. If they play that kind of shit, no, there's like this big, like, for one, you're gonna be feeling no. And then it's going to be like your guides are going to be feeling no. I wouldn't be surprised if your guides wanted to come out and smack them, to be honest with you, because they're so present in this and letting you know that your time is valuable just like you are, that it's like they're really done with singling out this energy over here. They're flat out calling them childish, and they're tired of dealing with it. And they're resilient energy, okay? Like they're people that have no shame, is what I'm hearing. They have no shame at all. They will keep getting back up and trying shit and trying you. And oh my gosh, this one jumped out. You got Ace of Feathers, mental clarity, and foundation. And see, the thing is, she has this Queen of Wands has this line going straight down to her third eye. You having this freaking mental clarity with your throat chakra and seeing, like, you guys are just seeing through it. You're completely seeing through it. And you're saying things. You're not just like seeing it and letting it go. You're saying things, which this energy is not used to at all. You got the World coming through here with this narwhal, but you got fulfillment, you got celebration on celebration. Let's just keep celebrating, guys. You guys are gonna be having a damn good time these next couple months. Like, once you guys drop this, it's pretty much like you guys just go full speed ahead. You're just great. You're dandy. And then you have the 6 of Feathers with transition and insight. You guys just have a whole bunch of feather energy over here, which is swords, by the way. So you have a lot of air energy, throat chakra coming out over here, plus a bunch of angels. Like, this is like a whole lot of air kind of qualities going on here. But you guys definitely, 6 of Swords, moving. You're transition. You're in a period of life where you're just transitioning very rapidly from this. And this insight coming out on top of not only moon energy with intuition, but coming out on top of the crone with wisdom, like going through the flames or pits of hell and gaining wisdom over here. And it's like my new cycle starting, and I'm transitioning, like literally you guys going into the world, this new cycle, transitioning, celebrating yourselves. You guys are really like saying fuck off to this energy, like no joke. Got Knight of Crystals, endurance and determination. You guys are determined to, like, I am gonna have my space. This is mine. This is everything I worked for. Like I said, that goddess coming out with that war energy, like you guys are you have inner warrior, like you guys are ready to go to bat for everything you worked for. You're not going to let someone's devious whatevers come in and try to take that from you. You're just going to bring in some new energy. You're going to just start fresh, and you are going to be determined to work through all of it. Because, like, you're not wasting any more time. You're done wasting your time with this energy. 7 of Feathers. Like, there's so much air energy here for you guys. Having this coming out after this Knight of Crystals, which is the Knight of Pentacles, and this coming out with, you guys are going to have some money come in. I'm just going to go ahead and say that, because having this Muse of Materials and the Knight of Crystals, you might have some immediate money that you're going to be celebrating that comes in, but then it'd be smart for you to invest it into something, because I know you guys are doing something. There was a lot of careers popping out. There was a lot of endeavors. There was just a lot of things coming out for this pile. You investing your money wisely is really going to pay off in the long run. And this is over here with the Seven of Feathers, like having this preparation, being resourceful. But this is also realizing, like, once again, that time's precious and you don't have time for this crap over here with people trying to steal your shit and, like, trying to make you feel less than. My gosh, guys. Your bottom of the deck, you have awakening, renewal, and enlightenment. Literal spring blessings, and you get the word renewal for spring. Go, you guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. Go, you guys. You got it. You guys are just stepping into some good times over here. But it's because you're learning to drop the bullshit. And you guys say shit a lot. I didn't cuss this much in the first pile. First thing you guys have is surprises, which is venture down the rabbit hole. Yeah. Even though you guys know this person, it's still gonna surprise you. It's gonna be like the audacity. It's pretty much gonna be this energy. It's still going to surprise you just how far this person or situation, energy, whatever it is willing to spiral, the depths that they're willing to stoop to in order to try to pull you down. It is going to shock you. There's gonna be no way you don't see it. If you didn't see it before, you're gonna be seeing it. But you're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be like, the freaking audacity over here. And then the next card you guys got is weed. Don't tolerate less than you deserve. Oh my gosh. Like, this group, I can't with you guys. And then we have potential. The littlest key can open the heaviest door. You guys know this. Like I said, what's opening this door for you guys is literally you just dropping dead weight. You realizing I deserve more, and that, you know, it might not seem, I mean, for some of you, obviously, it can be a lot deeper if it's going into like an actual mother to child relationship. But it's like, for some of you, this isn't going to be as close of a connection. You're just tired of being treated this way by this person. And you realizing the tiniest change in yourself is what brings out this nasty thing over here. And you're just like, this goat is making me laugh. You guys, this is like that meme. You guys literally get this goat energy, and you just turn your nose up like that little baby goat, and it's like, I am not dealing with you. I am done. You can see my nose in the air and just how much I care about what you have to say. Like, seriously, you guys are gonna be in some really funny ass energy. For those that are there with you and celebrating with you, you're gonna be fucking hysterical. Making them laugh a lot with the stuff you're saying. And for the ones that are not happy for you and they're shocking you with their audacity, they are going to be getting slapped in the face with some pretty good comebacks. And then you guys have adapt. You will get yourself where you want to be. Like I said, you guys, you're dropping dead weight, and then it's like, whee, like speed ahead over here, like straight into what you want to do, and just investing in yourself as opposed to this thing over here. But that is my citrines. You guys were quite the speedy, like, you guys are definitely air with this. I don't know if you have heavy air placements or you're just like you have heavily aspected Mercury, whatever you guys have. But you definitely are very speedy energy. And having citrine energy is like this energy of abundance, of confidence, creativity, luck, prosperity. There's just this productive energy, a lot of very invigorating energy. It's a lot like that card that we saw, this one right here, this fairy energy right here, this life energy card. It's like pretty much an abundant source of that energy. But it's very great for speaking with confidence and knowing, like finding your inner warrior and being confident in your wisdom. Very Queen of Wands energy. But yeah, this group definitely had you guys are gonna have a lot to say. I do gotta say though, don't waste your breath if you know that it's better just to be like, okay, bye, I'm done. Don't waste your breath and like choose to do something else for you during the time you would have spent wasting it trying to either defend yourself or say like, I'm not talking, like, you know, the back and forth thing. If you're not feeling like dealing with that, like just cut them off and be like, I don't owe you an explanation, because you don't owe anybody anything. And that's this confidence too, that you don't owe anybody your time, your energy, or any of these things. So now that that mouthful is done, we're gonna move on to my Pyrite group and see what's going on for you guys being all bling bling over here. Come on. There we go. Gotta get that bling bling. So let's see what's going on for Pyrite. What's going on for you guys? Let's see some blessings, some spring blessings, or some blessings that are going to be coming up within the next 2 to 3 months, depending on how you want to work it. Wow. Okay, guys. What flipped over for you guys is Spark of Divine. You guys coming into some oneness and a half over here. A lot of realizations. This pink also is very unconditional love for self, and having a lot of healing in relationships. Like this is like reigniting that energy where you're just really loving yourself. Oh, this group is jumpers. So you guys are really feeling yourself. This root chakra. It's like you just feeling like, you know, I'm getting, and this is like, you know, a forecast kind of thing that's going to happen rapidly or slowly for you guys, depending on where you are. But this energy is like really coming into owning your body, really feeling like this love, this self-love that is coming through here is really learning to feel yourself. Like each of these, even her over here with her crystal ascension, being attuned to the universe, divine, you guys are just feeling good. You guys come to a place where you're feeling secure and like you have everything you need, especially if you're feeling very unstable right now. You're getting towards this place, like you're going in the right direction, if that helps bring some peace right now if you're not in this place yet. But this is definitely you moving into this energy and being like very guided towards it. This is also for some of you that I know this is a pretty funny message, but for those of you that have been really eyeing a crystal or something and you've been denying yourself, this is kind of letting you know like you're gonna have what you need to get it. You're gonna have more than enough so you can get what you want. And then you get Sun Goddess. Like I said, you guys, you're going to have what you want, because not only is this Sun Goddess, but it's Sun energy. It's master number 33. It is expressing what you want and then pulling to you what you want. And so some of you guys, manifestation would be really good. Spoken manifestation, like you saying things out loud instead of just writing them. Also working with the sun. for you guys is really good energy. If you want to do, plus this is also kind of Isis energy. She has the headdress of Isis, Hathor, the Egyptian gods and goddesses. This energy is like, I mean, if you work with them, hey, this is them coming in and confirming for you, like what I just said, like, you know, you're going to be good. For some of you, it could be you want to look into that. If you guys are connected to dragons, that's another thing. I feel like this group is my synchronicity group. You guys are seeing a lot of things that are affirming what you think you're supposed to be doing, and it's almost like sometimes you're not sure if like it's too good to be true, especially if you went and it's not happening yet, if you're not doing that yet. But if you're walking into this space where things have always been very hard and you've always felt like you were just surviving instead of living, you're coming into a place, especially since with this root here, this is very safe and secure energy, not just in the body, but in your environment. And having this sun goddess energy, that's like a lot of protection right there. And you guys have balance. So you guys are definitely working towards bringing this together, a lot of harmony, a lot more peace. I said you're bringing it together and you get integration. It's literally, it says combining mind, body, and soul. And this has a master number 44. Like I said, I feel like this group, you guys see a lot of repeating numbers. You're definitely given a lot of synchronicities, whether that's through, whether it's through animals, through numbers, through watching things like that random thing. Maybe it happens to you. Sometimes you have a thought about something and you're not sure, and then you watch something and someone literally says what you were thinking, and that's what that was kind of trying to signify with that little tidbit I said. Like, if you're wanting to get something and feel like you're not going to be able to, you will. It's like having that little nudge come through, because having this spark of divine over here is almost like when you're feeling really down, your guides come in and give you a little like spiritual nudge just to like keep you going and keep you feeling like, you know, you're on the right path kind of energy. Just don't like give up on yourself. So let's see. Oh, why did I do that? I haven't done that for anybody. Some of you are feeling a little topsy-turvy right now. I turned those back around because I don't do reversals with this deck. But some of you guys could definitely be feeling like you're veering off the path and felt like you got turned around. And that's why you're not feeling secure in yourself. And that's why you're getting so much synchronicity right now to like help you balance out that insecurity. I mean, this 29 even reduces to 11, which is another master number. You guys are definitely having synchronicities happen a lot, and it's trying to help you guys like be more confident. And you got Dark Moon over here with introspection. So you guys need your space. And it's like, for some of you, if you've started meditating, it could be that you're connecting to this more, and that's why you're seeing synchronicities a lot. For some of you, if you feel like you're kind of lost, it's saying kind of sit with your guides right now, because they really are trying to connect with you guys. You are, I mean, you exist, and you exist, therefore, you know, you deserve happiness. I'm going to go ahead and say that. Embrace the magic of your being. And having this with root chakra, this is like real, like I said, this is being very comfortable and feeling very safe and secure. Embracing the magic is literally this it's like taking yourself back, embracing your truth, what you can do, like what you feel, all these different things that are like who you are, like celebrating yourself. Really embracing that self-care. Like, you guys are really being, like I said, this self-love, for those of you that are feeling at a place where this isn't happening, these next few months are going to be a big journey in doing that, because you have self-care, and it says take care of your wonderful self first. For some of you, I think that message was supposed to be more along the lines of, if you have been putting off things that you want to take care of other people's wants, they're not even needs, they're like wants that other people have, do something for yourself. Even if they're like, oh, you could have done that for me. Well, oh well, I did it for myself. And it's like being comfortable with that. That's taking care of you and having boundaries and realizing you're worth it, instead of allowing people to come in and be like, no, I'm the center of your universe. It's you realizing that you are literally a universe and no one is the center of it, because you're a mini one, just like everything else. We're all part of this energy. And you guys, you get rainbow fluorite, focus, productivity, and creativity. Yeah, quit letting people like pull your focus in a different direction. You need to be focusing on yourself. Giving yourself the own recognition, especially if they're not, because they're upset. And you guys got White Tara, the mother creator, goddess of peace and protection. So we have balance, we have peace and protection, which is sounding like a whole lot of Libra energy. And we're having this embracing of the self here. And Venus rules Libra, and Venus is very pink energy. It's that loving energy. But this could also be Pisces energy, because Neptune's all about that unconditional subconscious love too. And then you guys also have Labradorite with wisdom, intuition, and divination. This could be for some of you, quite literally, that you get into divination and that's what connects you more. There's so many different forms of divination. I'm doing one right now with tarot, but there's a lot of different things you can do, especially if you aren't sure of what to do. It's kind of like, well, where do I even start? That's where this introspection comes in. Like, you need to take some time and see what feels comfortable. Like, if you're looking stuff up and it doesn't resonate with you, don't force yourself to do it. Your intuition's good. Like, you just gotta focus on it more instead of what everyone else is saying. You have a lot of chatter going on that's keeping this kind of blocked from you. And then we have Page of Inspiration, some new ideas. You have Spark of Divine, Page of Inspiration, some introspection. Like, you guys definitely are going to be pulling some very beautiful things from these dark places, because you're starting to focus on yourself and starting to heal yourself. You also have the Lovers, making good choices for yourself. This could also be confirmation for some of you if you have been feeling very alone, or like you want a very loving relationship, that once you start really taking care of yourself and feeling more at home and safe with yourself, that's when this is going to come in. But you need to have that love for yourself first, or you're going to attract the place you're at, which is someone else needing to learn to love themselves. And then you repeat the cycle of trying to teach them to love themselves without you loving yourself. So take some time to introspect and see what you need. Then we have Justice. Okay. I don't know how much Libra energy needs to come out in this reading, but we got balance, we got peace, and we get justice. So either you guys are dealing with a Libra, or really have this kind of connection, like a karmic connection you're coming into with Libra energy, or you have Libra energy in your chart that's heavily aspected. But you guys are definitely, or this Libra moon, guys, Libra full moon happening in a week, this Saturday. It could just be for you guys literally that, because these are major arcana. This is like a shift happening for you guys. There's like a spark and then a shift. For some of you, it could be a spark literally of passion, affection that leads into this, and it's very loving, loyal, very equal, protective. But this could also be you having some inspiration to make a choice that's choosing yourself and literally balancing out your life. And it's also you reaping karma you've sown, so it looks like good karma. It could be for some of you, if you're waiting to hear back on some things, it's going to be good news within the next couple months as well. And we got the 5 of inspiration coming out over here too. Now, this is energy you got to kind of watch out for. This is what I was saying, and you're having it with the fluorite where it's telling you to focus. Don't allow other people's like drama to come in. Some people could be trying to provoke you. Other people are just trying to stand off of your success once you start doing this. They might even try to take credit for things that either you create or possibly a relationship. They try to make it seem like, you know, you owe them because they introduced you to this person. Like I was saying, you don't owe people anything. Like, they could have, like, introduced you as friends, but that didn't mean you were going to hit it off and find your soulmate. Like, you don't owe your life to somebody just because they introduced your soulmate. Like, don't feel like you have to bend over backwards for somebody just because they were a conduit that your guides used to bring both of you together. Like, that's them being pompous. And then you guys have the literal sun. The literal sun. You have sun goddess and the sun over here. You guys are, yeah, you guys are heading into some very beautiful energy. And you have the hermit reversed over here. A lot of major arcana for you guys. This is a big shift. And it's telling you to leave the petty. Like, don't bring the petty with you because you guys are having a major shift. You have this introspection energy, and then you also have the hermit being reversed. You guys, if you haven't been taking, like, this is a lot of self-care. If you guys have not been taking time for yourself, this is really saying that you need to, like, part of this clearing out this petty crap is you taking time for yourself. If you've been taking time for yourself and not doing anything with it except like just thinking about everything that isn't fair, then you need to start rewiring some of that, because what you're doing is you're bringing in more of this petty energy. And you got the Queen of Voices, which is the Queen of Swords reversed as the bottom here. Which means, yeah, you're dealing with someone that's very petty and is willing to say whatever they need to in order to agitate you. It could be a few people that have this energy. And once again, it's the Queen of Swords. You guys have so much freaking air energy, but it's really Libra heavy. It's like this need for like justice and balance. And with this energy being reversed, it's like there is definitely an energy here that does not care if something is fair or not, or possibly they've been treating you like crap. And you're realizing that you don't deserve this unfair treatment. And you starting to take care of yourself, you starting to nurture yourself brings in a new perspective. But and sometimes, I mean, you might need to be that Queen of Sword in reverse and tell someone to, like, get the step in. Because you guys, you're going through some major shifts. Like, you're walking into, like, some really crazy happiness. This could be for some of you, like, meeting the person you want to have a family with. And you're just not willing to take all this extra drama with you. It's not going to make people happy, but, I mean, they can suck it. Protect your dreams. Like like I said, you guys are going to be definitely getting something ignited over here. Whether that is your dream relationship, dream job, dream, like creating your dream, from scratch that you always wanted to do. It can be a dream home. There's just so much here that you guys are walking into, like it's being started up here, that it's like, hold it close to your heart. Don't sway for anybody, especially this ass over here. You guys, protection. Like, you guys needed to know more. You got more things coming out here saying that you have protection. You can do this. Like I said, you guys have the most major arcana out of any group so far. So this is a very huge shift for you over these next couple months. So of course your guides are going to come in and be like, hey, we're watching over you the whole time. Flourish. You have flourish in the sun. Like, this is really your guys' opportunity to just come out and shine. And some people are going to be petty. They're not going to be happy about you shining. And that's just too damn bad. Oh well. Like, it's your guys' time. Like, don't let other people ruin it. I mean, you guys got 2 different cards that literally have the sun on it over here. And then you guys, okay, these 2 came out together. So you have moderation, and then you have look in a book. With this Hermit reverse, some of you guys have been doing nothing but reading things to kind of get your mind off of these things, or possibly you've just been reading a lot of messages from this person because they do not shut up. You need to take this in moderation, but this could also be you looking at how to change your routines. You guys definitely are very open to energy right now. You're not necessarily blocked. You're just dealing with a petty energy. This is more about just taking time for yourself. Doing it in moderation. Don't stress yourself out feeling like you need to do this right now. You're in a moment of flourishing. You're in a moment of getting things. There's going to be a lot of rapid big things because you have all this. But it's saying take time if you want to journal, if you want to look into like healthy food regimes, if you want to get self-help books, if you want to create something where like, a schedule for yourself so you're doing things in moderation. There's just something here where you doing this is going to help you. It could also be journaling your dreams, journaling your manifestations. There's just a whole lot here for you guys where it's like there's a lot of good coming. So quit feeling like there's not. You have abundance reversed over here. There's a lot. Like I said, if you guys are not here yet, if you feel like you're in the energy where it's like you're just stuck right now, it's changing, guys. This is blessings coming in for like the next few months. This spring energy, this renewal energy. If you've been really stuck, it is changing. And it starts with you saying, I need time for myself. And realizing petty people have their place being petty somewhere else that's not around you. And it's not even like you necessarily have to say anything to these people. You just need to take time for yourself. Like, you don't need to give a reason. You don't need to say why. It's just like, I'm taking time for myself. I need a break from everything. This could be you taking a social media break. This is like you just like wanting to be in your own energy, enjoying yourself in it. And then what is like all this great energy, like your karmic energy that's waiting to come in, starts just flowing in. So let's see. You get the other tarot deck, you guys get the High Priestess with intuition and sacred knowledge. Some of you, the dreams you're having, you're actually getting inspiration and you're learning how to do things. I mean, you can learn how to do stuff in your dreams. Like, you just got to pay attention. Your intuition's right. This spark of like either attraction, creativity, whatever it is that lights up. This is your intuition. This is sacred to your soul kind of energy. So make sure you're choosing this energy and you're protective of it. This group, I swear, you have awakening with spring energy. Like I'm saying, you got renewal and enlightenment. So you get intuition, sacred knowledge, and renewal and enlightenment. Some of you, like I said, this is going to be like renewing love for yourself brings in a new loving relationship. And it doesn't have to be romantic if you're not looking for that. It can actually be you bringing in like a soulmate that is like a friend, like a karmic friend that you guys have shared, like, you know, that thread of life where it's like when you connect, it's like things just start flowing for both of you because of the energy opening up. But you're definitely protected by this energy too. And then you have the Three of Feathers, release and recovery, coming out with, like, and this would be the Three of Swords. So you guys have this, and how it says release and recovery here, this is really making me think of this protection. Like, you guys are protected when you release the petty. Like, like, don't be afraid of releasing the petty. Even if they threaten to do certain things that would really hurt you, you're better off just letting it go. Like, you'll recover from anything they try to push on you. You're gonna flourish regardless. Don't let them make you feel like you're not worthy. I mean, like I said, you guys have 2 sun cards, multiple major arcana, the High Priestess and Awakening. Like, you guys have so many major arcana. You're going through a lot. It's gonna feel very heavy. You don't need someone who is sitting there like a freaking nagging ninny in your ear and just being freaking petty, or multiple people. It can be a group of people, because that 5 of Wands. So you could have a group over there that's just trying your patience. You don't need that right now. Then you have the Knight of Feathers, action and focus. Like I said, you guys don't need it. Like, just take action and focus on what's in front of you. Like, which is the sun. This is looking towards like the sun energy and flourishing. Like, you guys, whatever this is, you are going to release it, and the recovery is going to be, believe it or not, it might not feel like it, but with everything that's going to be coming in very rapidly for you guys, you're going to be able to drop this pain easier, even if it's someone that is important to you. Because there's going to be such an influx of new things as you're releasing this, that it's going to be like, holy shit. It's going to be like you can easily forget about the pain, and it's not like you're suppressing it. It's almost like you become happy, and then you see like this isn't part of your story. Like, it doesn't serve you anymore, so it's easier for you to just release it and recover faster from it, because like you're adapting to all this new energy coming in. And then you have 2 of Crystals. I literally just said this. This is balance and adaptability. Once again, more balancing energy with this Libra. I don't know if you guys are just planning on kicking someone to the curb on Saturday or whatever you're doing, or something big's happening for you on Saturday, but there's so much Libra energy. Or you could just have Libra energy, but there's definitely something that is happening. Could be Libra season it's happening for you, this Libra new moon, full moon that it's happening for you. It could be you have Libra placements. Whatever this is, there is like just so much balance in Libra energy. I'm done with you guys. I'm completely done with this group. You have Sun Goddess, the Sun from one tarot deck, and you have the Sun from another tarot deck. Like I'm saying, there is too much coming in for you guys, that if you're feeling like you're going to be alone or it's really going to hurt, as soon as you do this, there's going to be so much that changes and so much that comes in. You're just going to be trying to stay focused, because you're going to be like kicked in the not in the ass. Well, you're going to be kind of kicked in the ass. But it's like you're going to be kicked into action to where you're not really able to sit here and like dwell on this. Like, even if it's very deeply painful, it's going to be like you realized after this big onslaught of stuff coming in that going through this release is what helped you. It's going to help you learn and move on quicker from this. And then you guys have the 7 of Acorns, determination and stamina. For some of you, I just heard a very distinct message. I don't know if this is only going to be one person. But yeah, that person that you find and you've been wondering if someone can keep up with you sexually, yes, this person coming in is going to have some really good stamina. You're going to have some really good passion. And it's going to be a really good time. And they're definitely going to be determined to let you get yours. If that's not something where you're not taken into account at all, this is going to be a lot different. This is also really being honored in relationships that you're making right now. As well as standing your ground. Like I said, sometimes we need to be the Queen of Swords reverse. We need to be a ruthless bitch in order to make people listen. And that's why this might hurt, is because you feel guilty over the way you have to do it. It's like it just coming down and slamming, and you having to feel like, you know, should I have done that? But things happen to, like, things are happening already before you slam down the hammer. Like, this is happening in the midst. Like, this 5 over here, this, where it's sitting, that 5 of Wands, is in the middle of all this. This is going to be happening to you guys. These major arcana energies are picking up before this ass energy starts acting up, and then you just cut it. And it's going to hurt for a minute, but then things are moving so quickly since this is in the middle and this is still air energy. It's in the middle of you doing this, there's still forward movement happening and you trying to adapt and balance things because you're still flying straight to the sun over here. Like, you guys are like sandwiched in between a whole bunch of major arcana and trying to keep up and balance all these things, and it's not bad ones. The only one that was reversed is the Hermit. That's really telling you guys you need to have your introspection. Do not pull yourself out of it yet, because you definitely need it. But that's when it comes to this specific energy. Otherwise, it's allowing yourself to flourish instead of hiding away. And just be... You gotta keep up your confidence and be determined, because there is so much coming on. There can be a lot of people coming on to you guys, but there's gonna be so much coming in for this group. It's kind of insane. It's gonna be very rapid. This spring, this next 2 to 3 months, it is not gonna feel like it's been 2 or 3 months. When you look back and you're like, holy shit, because it's still gonna be happening. Like this sun energy, it's like it's not showing like an end phase here. This is showing like all this good energy towards the end of the 2 to 3 months too. So it's like you're starting with a bang, like a spark, a very fast thing, and it's like the whole time the energy stays up. It doesn't stop. You guys are going to be like non-stop energy like during this whole time. And in the middle of it, you're going to be cutting something out that really fucking hurts. But there is so much happening that it's like, that has to go back there. Because I have to keep up with what's happening. And then when you look back, it's going to be like you're looking through a photo album. And you're going to be like, that was a time in my life. But look at everything that happened around it. It's going to bring joy that you released this thing because you were able to move forward. I haven't even started shuffling these yet. And look what's on the bottom of this deck. Release. Lighten your load. Okay. I'm just going to show you guys that. So let's see what we got here. We got relax, delight in the powdered gold sunshine. We're just going to keep talking about the sun. No big deal. We're just going to keep bringing up gold, sunshine. Like, we're just going to keep bringing it up for you guys in case you're missing the point of this whole thing. Persevere. Leave no stone unturned. This is literally telling you, like, you're going to get through this. Like I said, like, don't let this go under your radar and keep it with you. You don't want to. Believe me. Like, this is like, you know, you're done. Finality. It's over. It's like, you did more than enough to my psyche and I'm done with it. And you're going to get through it. Because there's all this stuff going on around you. But it's telling you, make sure that you've wiped all of it out. Like, you don't have residual energy sitting there. Like, make sure you say what you need to say and that's it, to where you're fine with what you said and getting no response. If you, like, never get one. Like, however that is for the healing. And then... excuse you. And then you guys have this talk about dreams again. Have a cup of tea in the garden and find yourself in a good book. So we have look in a book and find yourself in a good book. Some of you could be writing. If you're writing a book, you could actually find someone who wants to publish it, and it actually gets picked up during this time period. Because you guys are laying down a lot of knowledge. If you're doing a spiritual book, or you're writing experiences, or you're literally just doing like a dream world, like a fantasy novel, there's something here where there's definitely books involved, whether this is like you getting to know yourself through books, or literally you're writing one, and it's like you've put your heart with all this sun energy into this. It's gonna be like, this protect your dream is literally like hold close to you what you've been creating, especially if it was a spark of divine that had you write this thing or get involved in this thing. There's a lot about protection here and you flourishing. So definitely, if you guys are doing some kind of creative pursuits like that, or doing like some kind of blog or something where it's like your original ideas, this is like going to be very abundant for you guys. And then we have play. Among the grass and wild violets lie undisturbed little secrets to uncover. Once again, going with this no stone unturned over here. There's going to be so much happening, guys. And having the high priestess and having secrets, this is like sacred knowledge. There's things that only you know, so it seems like a secret to other people. There's definitely you learning about somebody, which is probably going to be why you end up having that pain, but realizing, hey, you need to get out because I got more than enough going on. So this is really going to be helping you. And I mean, I would say I'm surprised that the pile that picked Pyrite has nothing but crazy sun abundance energy. But that is literally Pyrite. That is what it's known for. It's known for wealth. It's known for abundance, grounding, confidence. It's known as fool's gold. I mean, because it looks like gold. This also has hematite in it, which is literally protection and warding off negative shit. Like, this whole thing over here has been nothing but you guys really just stepping into this, but it's like this grounding energy. Sorry for all that noise. This grounding energy really brings in security, and of course having the abundance and the stability. And this feeling of being protected is going to bring you guys everything you need in order to keep moving forward with this. And like I said, some of you are going to make some really good money off of some creative endeavors you guys went into. So for our last group, for the spring blessings, this is going to be our blue apatites. So let's see what spring blessings are going to be running around for you guys. I don't know if you guys are active or not, but that's a weird way of putting that. Also, I feel like you guys are going to get some very calming energy that comes in. It's going to be very soothing. I don't know if that running thing has been because you've been so amped and you're needing a time of respite, you're needing rest, but I feel like there's going to be this calm that comes in for you guys. It's going to be like a big relief, whether that is something that brings security or it's just literally having someone to talk to. There's going to be this release and this feeling of not having all this bottled up and running around with this anymore. And we have sacred space, finding peace and security and contentment. And this is also being surrounded by nature. Like I said, you guys are going to be finding calm if you haven't been feeling that much lately, but you're going to be finding your calm. You're going to be finding your space. Also creating it if you don't have it. Wheel of Life. Harmony is a huge thing in this card because literally everything in this card has its counterbalance. The yin, the yang, the different moon cycles, all the different seasons are in this card. Like literally every balance is in here. There is also, oh my goodness, there's also the astrological wheel behind her as well. So, and that has every planet, all the signs, like, this is so, like, you guys are getting a wealth of knowledge. This is why you need space over here. Some of you have gotten a little too much too quick, and you're needing to get this calm, because you're not, like, in the rhythm of getting it. It's more like it's just happening. Then we have Spirit Awakens. So you guys are definitely, like, this blue is really going with this. This is, like, really embracing your purpose here and aligning. So, like I said, there's a lot here about you guys, like, finding your calm, finding your peace. Because having life happening to you it's like there's this, like, need for calm right now. Like, you guys really need a center to come down to. This guy is popping. Oh my gosh, come back here. Come here. Okay. This just jumped out and ran away. You guys are definitely running away from releasing things that do not serve you. You are just completely balking and running from it. You guys. Okay. I know that it's scary when you're getting these decisions you need to make and stuff, but just, like, turning and, like, hitting the road or running off wherever you're going, whether it's literally traveling and running from it, or it's, like, finding escapisms through, hopefully you guys aren't doing this, but through addictions or through just gossip or petty things. It's like you trying to think of everything except what you need to get rid of. This is not serving you at all. And plus, you're not able to be in a feeling of gratitude if you're constantly running from things, because you're going to feel like there's nothing to be grateful for if you're constantly running, because you're not taking the time to even look at what's going on. So, and then we have Earth Angel. You guys are really being called to some earth. Earth your damn self. Calm down. And bottom of the deck is reach for your dreams. You guys are definitely, you're being shown the way. You have a lot here that is trying to show you your purpose, how to let go of the thing that is keeping you blocked off from it. Like, you literally have soul purpose and multiple cards here. But it's in this, like, awakening energy over here. Like, you know, you waking up to the truth and releasing some things, and then, like, walking on your merry way over here, like, being in your own world where you're happy. You guys need to kind of wake up to the truth a little bit and quit, like, running away from releasing whatever this is. Because I wanted to say the Wheel of Fortune, because usually when I see that card, it's what I think of, but that made me think of pretty much like the cycles of life, what we go through, going through a whole lot of things at once. It made me feel like a very fast-paced energy where things were just kind of crammed into a short time. And it's like so much happened that you guys are needing to release the things that aren't helping you in the situation. And that way you can have time to have space to yourself, because they're filling that time. And you guys get clear quartz, which is an amplifier, by the way. And it brings clarity. And it says on here, clarity, healing, and endless possibilities. You guys are being told to go for your dreams right now, and you're being told to release this, this does not serve you in your energy kind of thing. And having a lot of nature. I don't know how many times they got to show you the world on here, but it's like the freaking earth is pictured a lot here. It's like, get out into nature. Ground yourself. See things more clearly. Work on healing things. Like, you guys are just over here, like, being told the rundown of, like, you need to get your energy back in your body. With this card poking the crap out of me. Your inner warrior. You need to fight for your space. Don't pussyfoot around. The guides in this group are coming through kind of harsh for you guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's like you gotta trust more that you have power over your life, instead of just being like, oh, I'm a victim of circumstances. Like, your guides are not happy with this mindset right now. It's like you need to get some clarity, and you need to, like, get another perspective on how you're looking at things, because we really are doing shit to help you here, and you're not even looking at it. Like I said, you guys are definitely running away from certain things, and it's what you need to deal with in order to unlock your blessings here. Manifestation, create the life you want. Okay, they're just going to be straight out forward with that. Like I was saying, you have a lot more power over what's happening in your life, a lot more control if you pay attention to yourself. Instead of trying to control everything to fill your time, instead of releasing what you're supposed to, you're keeping it around to fill your time so you're not bored. You could be using that time to manifest. You could be using it to, like, have your sacred space and creating the things that you want to bring to yourself by clearing out this dead space over here and letting, like, and being grateful for actually having the time to do this. And then, you have Pasha Mama, which also I know she's Mother Cosmos, but she also, in Native American, she is known as the Earth itself. So this is a lot of mothering energy, a lot of creation energy once again, we have this balance of the sun and the earth over here, sun and moon, and they're for you guys, like you guys are letting your worlds spin out of control, and you're placing the blame elsewhere instead of facing it and releasing it. And that's why, like, you're being really blocked right now. Like, you need to see the truth. Like, the first thing that came out was this clarity. You also have waning crescent with rest. Like I'm saying, some of you guys are really running all over the place with your energy. You need calm. Like, just chill a little bit here. Because you running like you're doing right now and not releasing this thing and not seeing things clearly, you're just keeping yourself in a spin. And then you have selenite. Purification, moon magic, and energy. Energy shield. You have two crystals that like to bring clarity and healing and purifying, amplifying, bringing in angels, connection to your guides. I'm not going to lie, your guides are a little miffed. That's why they're coming through like this. They're telling you to sit. You need to sit down. You need to think about what you've been doing. You need to realize that you have more control over yourself than you are talking to yourself about, because it's almost like you're telling yourself you have no control, so therefore you are just letting things lead you by the nose everywhere, when in reality you have control over yourself, your actions, what you're choosing to do with your time. And you need to actually see that. This like spirit awakens thing is you like be aware of what you're doing. Like, don't just like let things pass you by. You guys have Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion, as your bottom of the deck energy. Your guides are trying to feel for you right now, okay? They do feel for you. They do have compassion about everything you've been going through. It's not like they're hating on you or anything, but they're just letting you know you need to get your shit together. It's like, we love you, but you need to get your shit together. It's pretty much what's happening with that. It's like they're not deserting you. They still love you, but they're getting tired of this shit. Pretty much like what they're going to bless you with is kicking your ass in the gear. You guys got the devil reversed. Oh my gosh. They are literally telling you to sit down and think about everything you've been doing. Think about it. Literally sit with yourself and think about all these choices you've been making, all these decisions. If you're like holding on, like I was saying, to these bad habits instead of releasing them, holding on to people, having that codependent energy where you don't want to be bored with your own presence, when in reality you're not going to be bored because you got a lot of shit to do. Your guides are really coming for you guys. You guys get the Page of Inspiration once again with this inner confidence energy. Bring out your inner warrior. Realize you have more control over your life than you're giving yourself credit for. You need to look at this differently. You need to have a little more inspiration when it comes to how you're looking at life. You need to have more of an approach where you are creating with life instead of feeling like you're a victim of circumstance. Like I'm saying, that phrase keeps coming up a lot for this group. This is like create your way, pave your path, start doing something is pretty much what they're saying here. And you have strength reversed. You guys are getting called out something fierce. This is going right back to that devil card. Your weaknesses, the things you're not willing to let go of. You need to wake up. Literally, you need to wake up over here with this and see that you're allowing yourself to keep falling back into this. It's like you are just giving the reins to somebody else to do what they want with your life when you have so much potential. They're literally telling you, just some of you need to take a freaking nap. Just rest on it. Just sleep on it. Do something to where you're not just rushing off and doing this thing. You got the Empress coming out with Mother Cosmos over here. They are not playing with you guys. They're really making some presence known over here. All these planets in the earth coming out again. I am feeling the frustration of your guides right now. This is literally them. They're like, open up your eyes and see how abundant you are. Just open your eyes. You can do it. And this has nothing to do with pregnancy. This is all about creating your cosmos, realizing the power of being your universe and creating something with it instead of saying, I can't. I can't. I can't, I can't, I can't. This is what they're saying. You need to release these things, whether it's people telling you you can't do it or it's your own thoughts. There is a big release. It's like you need to give it a rest is pretty much what it is. They're showing you your energy and what you can do, but they're showing you what you're choosing to do and how they keep trying to kick you up in the gear and you're not doing it, and it's frustrating them. And then you get, oh my gosh, you guys, you get the Star and the Ace of Voices. Release this crap. Release this so you can get your wish come true. I mean, how much more do you need right here when you're getting the literal Star? They're telling you to rest to bring in your dreams, literally. Like abundance, love, fulfillment, happiness, then freaking wishes coming true, your guides being very, very freaking present because the Star is now present here and you have multiple major arcana that are coming out trying to tell you like this is what you're doing and this is what you could be doing if you release this crap. Especially if it's a sexual hang up. I don't know who that's for, but that page of inspiration was making me think like, you know, you thinking like being stuck in a relationship because the sex is good and it's your weakness that you keep going back to that. Your guides are getting really tired of that. They're tired of the excuses. But this right here, this Ace of Swords energy is like a new voice needs to enter your head. And you need to be getting ideas from that. Like that one thing. And I'm pretty sure they would rather have that one thing be them. But they know that they have to start somewhere. So they're saying at least start with having a little more clarity and being aware of what you're doing. Because this night of inspiration, like I said, some of you have been going back to relationships that are unhealthy for you with this being reversed. Being very impatient, very impulsive. Doing things you regret after. It's like you're running on this thing of running back to old cycles, and it's very frustrating for them when it's like we can move this way, guys. We can do it, but you keep going to this thing thinking either it's going to change or there's a new energy to it. Like, or you guys feel like your weakness is like, I can fix it. I have a new idea. It's like, no. Just no. To that. There's a big fat no. You need to see the honest truth here of you letting go of that is what brings in this freaking awesome energy instead of you falling back into this so much. Abundance. Guys, some of you are abundantly good at going back to your bad habits. Like, you don't just go back to one, you go back to all of them at one time. And there's no stopping you. For others, it's like this inspiration, when it kicks in, it's really gonna help you kick some habits. And this is also just confirmation that you guys have a lot coming in. You just gotta kick the bad habits here. Protect your dreams. instead of giving them away to everybody. You need to wake up and see where people stand in your life over here, instead of like being like, for some of you it's being legit a pushover and you needing to get more confidence instead of letting people just step all over you. Ooh, holy crap. Well, let's see what those are. I need to go find them. Let's see. Because a few of them flew over here. Oh, this is quite a bit. But these were the ones I could see, so I'm keeping these ones. Wow. So they just wanted, okay, I think I'm going to need to take these also, because it seems like they're wanting to tell stories here. These flipped out. We have hidden depths, new beginnings, and come together. All coming out together reversed. Quit trying to bring the past with you. Like, it's not gonna come together. Like, there's no new beginning with the past, and there's no depth you're diving into here. You're just reaching back and staying surface level because it's comfortable. You might feel like, oh, it's different this time, but it's not. It is not different. That's a very shallow energy, and it's not new. It's old and stagnant, and there's going to be no coming together. It's going to be like oil and water. It's going to start out maybe like, oh, there's the spark again, but yeah, this is how it's going to turn out for those of you that this is really applying to over here. Not sure where I'm going to stick them off to the side over here. Now, you guys also have these that came out, so I think it's showing you guys different things. Because this one over here, you can do some of this stuff in moderation. Some of you, it's just that you literally do it abundantly and it's bad for you. You can do it in moderation. It's not saying give up everything. For those of you that are like, oh, I gotta give up like all, they're just saying like practice moderation, or like realize what isn't good for you and probably substitute something else. You know, if you need to find a way to do that, research it. But this is more on the thing, they're not telling you to stop doing things just to tell you to stop doing things. They're doing it because you're dimming your light. And once you start either practicing moderation, or you just drop some of these things and you release these habits, that's when this light's gonna come out. Like, look at all the light right here. There's even a light shooting in the back of her head. That's when all the light is going to come in for you guys. That's what all this energy is right here, where it's like you release and then, you know, you develop new modalities of doing things, and then you actually start shining. Oh my gosh, I'm saying that and find balance. Bottom of the deck, they're just gonna yell at you guys again about finding balance. This is between every damn thing. You even got a card up here that says you guys need to rest, and it's saying find balance between work, rest, playtime. Like this is balancing every damn thing. You guys are, the lack of balance is real with this group. It's no wonder I was saying you guys are running. I mean, okay, I said the energy like is running, and then we get the freaking card running away, and then we get like this, you need to like chill out and calm down. You guys have a lot going on here. It's like I feel like knots in my intestines. This like, you guys are going through the most over here. It's like making my stomach upset. Oy. Okay, let's see what's going on. You guys are being told you have these next couple months to get your shit together. Is pretty much what this is. If you want this beautiful wish coming true, you need to get your shit together these next couple months. Is pretty much what it is. You will get the blessing, but get your shit together. Then we have the Ace of Crystals, manifestation and prosperity, coming out on abundance. This is literally the Ace of Pentacles coming out on a card that says abundance, guys. Come on. All you need to do is get rid of the dead weight. That's all you need to do. Whether that's like old ways of thinking, or this is like literally like, you know, bad habits, or people that like you go around them and they don't know what moderation is. They never even heard of the word. You being around shallow people and going back to old energy, thinking that it's new energy. Like, this is you like realizing like if you're manifesting, you're blocked. You're just manifesting a whole lot of this energy over here if that's what you're doing. But if you're trying to move forward and you're releasing, what your manifestation is going to be is all this. I mean, honestly, do you want this crap over here? Or do you want like the Star, the Empress? Like, just, there's so much good energy over here, and you guys are kind of like abundantly squandering it. And then we have the Seven of Shells, choice and ambitions. This right here is the Seven of Cups. And you have over here with the inspiration card too, you have choice. And this is that card I was saying where you guys are feeling like victim of the circumstances. You have a choice. This is saying like, find your inner power here. Make the choice to do what you want with your energy in the realm of what you have control over. Quit just saying you don't have control. Like, you doing that, like, you need to have your drive back. Like, find your ambition to take care of yourself and do what you want with your life, as opposed to what the freaking slew of whatever else is that you need to be kicking to the curb. Because you have choice right now. There is a lot coming in for you, and if you just keep going back to all this muck over here, you're just pretty much just like you're putting it on hold again. And if you're saying like, oh my gosh, I hate having to be patient, you're the one that's creating the patience test here. Like, it's sitting here, it's ready. It's like sitting right there. You could have it within these 3 months if you just cleared the shit out. And then Four of Acorns, you have comfort and community. Especially if you guys are going off and doing the woe is me, and having the it's like you actually have people that care about you, and they're watching you do this, and they're trying to be there for you. It's like you need to, it's good. It's good for you to have community, but quit dipping and doing these things and then coming back and dumping. Quit doing the dip dump. Okay, like, you can have fun. You can do this moderation, have a good time. You can learn, do your shining and everything. But you have to realize, like, what you're doing is you're dumping this cruddy, shallow energy on the people that are actually there wanting to build you up. And you need to start seeing that. Because having people that are there for you no matter what kind of stuff you're doing is, oh my gosh, you guys in your energy, is not something that happens all the time. You guys get the Nine of Shells that jumped out. You have the Knight of Feathers. So you have Nine of Cups, Knight of Swords, you have the Wheel, and you have the Nine of Crystals, which is the Nine of Pentacles. I'm pretty much done with you guys. Look at what's over here. Look at it. You have literally wish fulfillment on top of the Star. You have the Nine of Cups on top of the Star, being grateful. You have gratitude. You have multiple cards in here telling you to have gratitude. You have the Knight of Feathers, which means this shit wants to happen. Like I was saying, some of you, if you start doing it, you start focusing on it, you start taking action and doing these things, it's going to come in so fast that it's going to be like, holy shit, it's going to be a lot of manifestations coming in. But you guys are blocking it. You have to change your patterns. Because this will is change. You have to complete whatever this is and change. whether that's going into a moderation, learning how to control these things, whether it's cutting out toxic people. You guys have something you keep going back to that is very shallow, unhealthy energy. And you keep going back to that place and closing yourself off. Like I said, you're making the choice to go back there. No one's forcing you to go back there. You are choosing it. You have to make the change. Otherwise, you're throwing away. Like, this is 9 of Pentacles. This is security and abundance. This is independence. Like, this is a freaking Black Widow. She eats the people that, like, she even eats the guy that fucks her. Like, she don't care. Like, this right here is self-preservation, and then you getting all of this just because you're letting go of going back to these old habits. And you have the Emperor on the bottom. Focus. You have two cards saying focus. Focus and stability with the Emperor, and then you have action and focus with the Knight of Feathers. You guys are running like head on into these things. Now, the longer you take to drop this, whatever it is, the longer you take to drop it, whether it's a person, a habit, a mental way of thinking, like you not being deserving of this stuff, whether it's someone that you have an unhealthy sexual relationship with, whatever this is, whatever you need to drop that is toxic to you and that you need to release so you can be more present and more grateful for what's here. The faster you work on this, the faster this is going to come in. There's so much of it. There's the Empress, the Star, the Emperor, the Wheel, the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, the Ace of Swords. There's so much energy over here that is just like waiting. It's literally waiting for you to start shining from your own light instead of going back to these old problems. Let's see what's going to come out for you guys. Because seriously, the faster you start making these changes, you could probably see all this within the next 2 or 3 months. But if you guys take your sweet time and you drag your feet doing it, you're not going to start seeing change until after then. You're just going to be using this full time where you could be literally bringing in tons of abundance for yourself. You're going to be squandering it on this energy until you finally wake up and realize, man, I really wasted a lot of my time. You know what? You guys have been having jumpers. We're just going to take all these. We have breathe, slow down, and contemplate the tea. Violets and ivy tangled around the eaves. For some of you, like I said, there's this calming thing. You guys need to calm down. You need to breathe. Like literally slow down. Some of you need to be thinking about the tea, which is literally all the stuff that is being said, being around this shallow energy over here, being in an entanglement, so to speak, with this kind of sexual energy. You guys, like, everything's being said in this card, like in this one thing. Like, slow down, pay attention to what you're saying outside in your environment and within your mind. Realize that even though something may look good, it's actually something that more than likely is going to be poison to you, and you're over here stepping into it again when you know better. And your guides are getting less and less patient with you. Then we have Twilight. Surrender to the last hour, when the light barely touches the flowers. You guys need to just open your eyes to the truth here. Quit lying to yourselves. Some of you, the comfort that you're finding is with people that are shallow, and they're encouraging you to keep making these bad decisions. This is you, because this with the light barely touching the flowers, this is like the sun is going down. This is when you aren't being seen. This is when you're by yourself. And this is saying, find peace in that. This is surrender to that energy of being by yourself instead of like really itching to find people to fill your time. You need to be at peace and in comfort with your own being right here. And then you have change. As with the falling leaves, embrace change. Like I said, immediately when you guys start getting rid of this shit, you're going to have abrupt change. It's not going to be small. I mean, you have the star, the empress, the wheel. You have the emperor. And then you have these reversed strength and devil energies over here. So you have major moments. Some of them are going to be epiphanies. Some of them are going to be literal, like, brute force things coming in. And you're just like, oh my gosh. But then you have bloom and attract more than butterflies. So it's like embrace change and then attract more. Like, you're worthy of attracting more. Like, if you're settling and you're being like, oh, this is all I'm going to get, it's like you have so much more trying to come in and you're settling. And you keep going back to the old because it's all that you know and you're settling. And then we have... And then we have dare, take a risk to fly. Take a risk and fly. This, obviously letting go of things is scary. And releasing things and feeling like you're gonna be doing something on your own is scary, but you guys aren't alone. You actually have people that care about you, that are supportive, that once you drop this other thing, they're still going to be there. You're just dropping the other thing, whether it's a habit, it could be a job, it could be a different group of friends. It could be anything, to be honest with you, because this is just toxic energy is what this is a weakness for toxic energy and going back to old stagnant thinking it's going to change. This is saying literally change and bloom and do something different. As soon as you do that, boom, like literal everything just lands on your lap. And then I told you guys, patience, wait for the fruit to ripen. You guys are over here like being impatient, wondering where this stuff is. And it's literally because you keep doing this. It's like, This is literally already ripe, but it depends on what you're going to do. You can either bring it in a lot more quickly because you decide, yep, I'm going to do this work and I'm going to let go of the things I need to. And then once you do that, boom, it comes in. Or you're going to resist it. And then you're going to be keeping this thing up where it's like, well, you got to keep being patient. You got to keep waiting for it because you still haven't made the change. And until you realize it and you become aware of it, that's the only time that you're going to start changing this energy that you guys got going on over here. And I know with how heavy-footed your guides are that you guys know what these things are. You know what either the person or you know the habits or the job. You know what this is because you keep going back to it thinking it's changing and it's not. And you're just blocking stuff off from you. But this apatite, blue apatite over here, especially with how deep this blue is, this is being completely, this is the throat chakra. And as I've told you guys, the throat is also with what we hear and that clairaudience. Like, your people are screaming at you. Like, no joke. They are also saying you need to put your fucking... Oh my gosh, they're definitely cussing. You need to put your foot down and start walking into this freaking layout that they're putting here for you. Like, they're putting so much here that they want you to claim. They want you to take it. They want you to do stuff with it. This is a very calming energy. This in itself is something that brings you peace. It brings you harmony. It makes it to where you can express yourself clearly. It gives clarity over here, like you're being told. There's a lot here with cleansing. You guys, like, I'm telling you, you're being told just, you're ripe and ready to be dropping this thing so you can bring in this freaking, it's like this dam that's ready to burst, but you need to pull that damn stick out of the way so it can come in. And you're just holding on to the freaking stick, trying not to let it come out. So, that is my Apatite.